Okay, so I made some changes since the last video. Mostly, see how I'm using blue and yellow? It was just a coincidence. These were just the first two colors I grabbed from my box of yarn that were the same weight. But blue and yellow are actually my college colors. So I just did a very quick, it's kind of wonky in some spots, but a very quick surface embroidery of the Block M. This is for the University of Michigan. So this is going to be a Michigan manta. And then I realized that I put the eyes in kind of a weird spot. Like they were on the very top of the head, but mantas have eyes on the sides of their head. And actually the pattern says put them in the front. So I haven't decided if I want them to be cute in the front or anatomically correct on the side. But in any case, I just removed them. I'll put them in the end. So I have the top, I have the bottom. What I want to do is I'm just going to line them up. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through all around the edges and kind of figure out like where they're going to get attached together. So here's one. I'm not going to do every single stitch. That's a little excessive. But here's one. And then I might count 1, 2, 3 on the front. 1, 2, 3 on the back. So now I'm attached in 2 spots. And then I might count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe attach it right here. So I'm just going to go all the way around the perimeter and put in some stitch markers just to hold these two pieces together. You don't have to do this, but especially since you said you were using that really fuzzy Chanel yarn, it'll be helpful. And then also, especially when you're beginning, it's useful so you're not having to like hold everything together the whole time. So I'm going to pause the video and then I'm just going to put the rest of this together. Okay, so I went through and I added stitch markers all the way around. By the way, I really like this box of stitch markers. They're not that expensive. In case you were wondering what happened, I was dog sitting a very silly dog named Westley. And like the whole time I was dog sitting, he was just a very calm dog. And then one day he got into a goofy mood and he stole my shoe. And he didn't destroy it, he just kind of drooled on it, but I had to chase him to get my shoe. And by the time I got my shoe back, he stole my ball of yarn. And then by the time I got my ball of yarn back, he stole my box of stitch markers. But I think he liked how crunchy this is because he started chewing on this corner. And you can even see this little indent here. That's a dog tooth. That's from when he chewed on it. So I had to kind of cut this side out because it was all chewed on and it was getting caught in my yarn and making a mess. So anyway, I went through and I put in a ridiculous number of stitch markers all the way around. Just to line things up. And if we look at the pattern, oh, I put it away. Hold on, let me go get it. Okay, here's the pattern. So stack the two panels on top of each other using the yarn you didn't cut from the top panel. Crochet all the way around the manta ray. On the outward corners, put 3 crochet stitches in the corner stitch so that it rounds it out. And then once you get to the tail point, chain 9, turn, do 8 slip stitches, and then return to crocheting the manta fish. Once you are nearly done, lightly stuff it so it keeps its slightly flat shape. When you meet up with your starting point, join with a slip stitch, finish off, tie off, weave in ends. Okay, so let's go ahead and maybe I'll do a separate video. I spent too long talking about that silly dog, Westley. But, oh, this isn't exactly symmetrical. Whatever, I did this in a hurry It's fine. It's cute. It looks fine. So I'm just going to, I'll probably stop this recording and pick back up in another one because I'm already at 5 minutes. And yeah, let's do that. All right, so I'm going to stop the recording and I'll record a second video where I actually go around and do this finishing assembly step.